Alright, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the NBA buyout market. First, Reggie Jackson signed with the Denver Nuggets. I think it's an okay move for the Nuggets. Reggie Jackson will be able to replace the production Bones was giving them by being the main ball handler with the bench unit being that six-man scorer, but Reggie is better defensively than Bones, who is one of the worst defenders in the league. And Reggie has more playoff experience, so he knows how to play and adjust his game to the playoffs. Terrence Ross is signing with the Suns after finalizing a contract buyout with the Orlando Magic, and I like this signing for the Suns. I was hoping the Lakers would get him, but hey, that's tough. I like the signing for the Suns because they just needed another body on the wing with some size. That was looking like a huge issue for them after they traded Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson to the Nets for KD. Terrence Ross can fill the starting small forward spot, so now the Suns possibly have a starting lineup of Chris Paul, Booker, him, KD, and Ayton. That is a really good starting lineup, and Terrence Ross perfectly fits in with him being a good shooter from deep. With him shooting 38.1% on 3.8 attempts this season, now he's going to be having the most open looks of his career. Benefiting off all the attention KD, Booker, and Chris Paul get from the defense, I can see Terrence Ross shooting even better from deep. Shooting around the 40+% from deep on the same volume. Now defensively, Ross isn't anything great. He's inconsistent on that end, but as long as he gives effort, he has a size at 6'6" to be average. Danny Green is signing with the Cavs, and I think it's a solid move for them. He gives them a 3-and-D wing. He shot 38% from deep on 4.4 attempts last season. He's still a solid point of attack defender with some size. Even though he is getting up there in age, he can still give the Cavs a solid 15 to 20 minutes a game, and he gives the Cavs a veteran presence who has a lot of years of playoff experience. The Mavericks signed Justin Holiday. I think that's a solid move for them. He's a decent shooter from deep, shooting 34.5% on 3.1 attempts this season, and he's a solid point of attack defender that can guard point guards to small forwards. And he gives them size on the wing with him being 6'6" and having a 7-foot wingspan. LaMarcus Aldridge is working out the Mavericks, so he'll probably sign with them, but I don't like that for them. Offensively, he is fine. He can give them a pick and pop threat to the mid-range, and he can still score decently. But defensively, he was never a great defender, and he's definitely not now with him being 37 years old. Now the Mavs are going to expect him to hold his own in pick and roll coverages against all the great guards in the West the Mavs will have to play in the postseason, like Jamal Murray, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, and Steph Curry. He is going to get cooked almost every time, and the Mavs are already not good defensively. Pat Bev is still working on a buyout with the Orlando Magic, and I think Pat Bev can definitely have a solid impact on a contender. He is a decent shooter from deep, shooting 34.8% from deep on 3.5 attempts, and he's a good point of attack defender. He is just an overall pest on the defensive end that you hate to play against and that you love to have on your team. Teams like the Sixers, Bucks, Timberwolves, and Clippers would be good fits for him. Now, Will Barton is still working on a buyout with the Wizards, but I think he can definitely make a solid impact on a contender. He is a good shooter from deep, shooting 38% on 3.4 attempts, and he's an okay point of attack defender. Teams like the Kings, Mavericks, Lakers, Bucks, and 76ers would be good fits for Will Barton. I appreciate you watching the video. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. And let me know in the comments what player you want your favorite team to get from the buyout market. And I'll see you on the next video. More content on the way.